I'm Alec Bean.
And I'm Brady Levinson, and let's get into a draft extravaganza, for the most part, episode of Big Boy Boomin Bets.
So last week, me and Brady want to combine 0 for 6.
For the first time ever.
For the first time ever. As you can hear, I'm sick of losing. Okay? I'm really sick of not hitting my bets. So we're going to keep it short and sweet today. I think that's the method for my picks.
Yep.
My lock of the week, Jason Tatum over 26.5 against the Cavaliers.
Fire. Big game.
Minus 115. The anomaly steps up in big moments.
Mm-hmm.
The anomaly. I don't know why we're calling
The
it
anomaly.
that. I don't know why we're calling it that now. I mean, Tatum is Tatum. That's all I really have to say. Yeah. So, give me him over 26.5 points at minus 115.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Big time anomaly. God,
Big anomaly.
The big anomaly. He's gonna be big. All right. My lock of the week. We're pulling out the UCTV March Madness draft, mock draft that yours truly made. I'm going with Ava Inesta to take the Women's Big East Championship at minus 120. Right now, have it predicted as the 14th pick of the first round, and she technically is not eligible yet. She's covering the Providence game tomorrow, which will make her eligible to draft Big East games. And Daisy's in another time zone, but hopefully she doesn't forget to put the points in. But
Correct.
Lo and behold, looks like Ava's lined up to take that Women's Big East Championship game, and so I'm locking her in for that. My made-up odds are minus 120 for that, so lock it in. Yeah. Ava's going to have some good coverage of that game.
I really like this mock draft that Brady has put together. Again, you can hear my voice. I'm coming over sickness right now. I'm tired of losing bets, all right? I could throw a couple, gambling bets in there. We have some plus odds here of people with upsets. But I'm not going to go that route right now.
Fair enough.
I might go it later. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll audible for my wild card pick. My upset of the week. This is an interesting one, actually. I have number 17 ranked Kentucky money line over.
I love it.
Over the number 1 team in the nation, the Auburn Tigers, at plus 175. Kentucky's at home. They just had a big win against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's obviously not great, but nonetheless, it's a big win for them. They did just get the brakes blown off them by Bama. Lost by 13. At Bama, though, which isn't too crazy of a loss. All their losses this year haven't been bad. They did just beat number 5 Tennessee a couple weeks ago. They have some good wins on the year. I think this Kentucky team, although they don't really have that great of defense, I think they're going to get it done against Auburn tomorrow. So give me the Wildcats at plus 175.
I love it. And I was looking at that game too, but I got another college basketball upset for you guys. And we're going with the Penn State Nittany Lions to take down number 16 Maryland at home tomorrow at plus 170. And I'm going with this one because honestly, I think it's a trap game. Maryland's coming off a devastating loss at home to Michigan State earlier this week on that half-court heave buzzer beater. And honestly, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, they're going to come back, they're going to crush Penn State, they're angry. And that's why I think it's a trap game. Obviously, Maryland has been very good. They've exceeded expectations. Their queen is low-key a baller.
Absolutely.
They're 4th in the Big Ten right now. And Penn State, they are the second-to-last team in that conference, 5-13 this year. They're coming off a loss to Indiana earlier in the week, and Maryland had won 4 straight before the Michigan State loss. But honestly, it's a trap game. College basketball has been so unpredictable this season that I think it's time that Penn State pulls off the upset against the Terrapins. So give me the Nittany Lions at plus 170 to take down Maryland this weekend.
I really do love that pick by Brady there. Penn State. It is a trap game for Maryland. Mm-hmm. I do 100% agree with that. I can't talk.
Hey,
Which is why
you'll be healed next week when we win all these.
Which is why my wild card pick. This is a futures bet. This is not happening for another month or so.
It's all right.
I don't know when the draft is.
It's like the end of April, I think, right?
End of April, something like that.
Somewhere around there, I think, hopefully.
I think the Titans are going to do something insane.
Oh, and what's that?
I don't think they're taking a quarterback. Travis Hunter, number 1 pick, plus 600.
Wow.
Now, I know you're probably thinking, that's really not a smart bet. Why would you ever think that? They need a quarterback. Will Levis, they're tired of watching him. Me personally, Travis Hunter is the best prospect in the draft, arguably one of the best of all time. I think when you have a guy like this on the board, you don't not draft him.
Yeah, that's generational talent. Right
It's
there.
generational talent, and even if it's not the Titans, someone's going to trade up and get him.
Yeah.
This guy can play both sides of the ball at an elite level. So yeah, I mean, whether it's the Titans, whether it's anybody else, Travis Hunter's going number 1, plus 600. Lock it in.
I love it. I forget if it was their head coach or GM that said that they weren't going to pass up on a generational talent in this year's draft, and have to imagine that they are going to take Hunter with that number 1 pick. All right, I also got a futures pick for you guys this week, and we're moving from number 1 to number 2, and I'm going with I got a little dual pick here.
Oh yeah.
With some made-up odds that are absolutely insane. But Abdul Carter to the Browns at number 2 after they trade Myles Garrett right before the pick. And I'm thinking like plus 2,000 for this because it's insane. But obviously news just broke that Abdul Carter's got an injury in like his right foot or something like that. He's not going to need surgery, but it's probably going to affect his draft stock a little bit because there were some projections that he might go number 1. But I think the Browns move on from Myles Garrett. I think it's time they go full rebuild, even though Deshaun Watson's still there. It's a kind of their whole cap space is obviously a mess, but I think it's full rebuild. They take a shot on Carter. They maybe ease him in, let him heal a little bit, and I don't know where Myles Garrett's going to end up, but I think he's going to end up with a contender that needs a pass rusher. And the Browns, or he ends up maybe somewhere in the top 10. Honestly, I could see Garrett going to like the Commanders.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Browns end up with another late first-round pick. And the Commanders also have a lot of cap space, so I think they could pay him if he wanted to. But they're going to trade him somewhere on draft day, and they're going to take Abdul Carter at number 2. Lock that in for my wild card.
Love that wild card pick. I did mention earlier that I'm going to have a pick for this mock draft that Brady put together. After doing my research, I think it's time I make that pick.
All right.
So, obviously, the men's basketball team, as of right now, is a tough pull with the bracketology. But, I'm going to take, with the 5th pick, Justin Perez to take the men's Final Four at plus, I'll say 450.
Okay.
Plus
I like
450.
I like that.
Now, you're probably thinking, why? I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. But UConn loves to play well in March.
Dan Hurley did call his own shot.
Dan Hurley called his own shot in press conference last week. He said, we start playing pretty well around March. I don't know. Maybe it's something in the air. Maybe Justin thinks, hey, why not take a shot in the dark?
Why not?
And why not? I did it last year, took a shot in the dark. But we were the number 1 team all year. I knew we were going. But still, shot in the dark. Justin Perez, Final Four, men's Final Four, San Antonio, Texas, plus 450.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Currently projected to take that in the 2nd round, but hey, honestly, I made this mock draft based on the smart pick, but there's going to be some people that are going to go for the gold, go big or go home, so not surprised by that pick at all.
They're going to bet with their heart, not their head.
Exactly. But that's going to be all for this week's episode of Big Boy Boomin Bets. Definitely a fun one today. Got some futures, got some on a whim mock draft picks. Absolutely love it. We need to change up something because obviously what we're doing isn't working.
It's not working.
So hopefully this works. But for now, I'm Brady Levinson.
And I'm Alec Bean. Remember to gamble safely, gamble responsibly. Let's heal my voice for next week. Let's go 8-0.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week.